Wrangler on my bed.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Oh my god, that sounds fucking phenomenal. Oh hey guys, you just happened to stop by when I was drinking some of my G Fuel. That's not a sponsorship, but you know how they say like you gotta speak it into existence? You can get me at a discount, G Fuel. I actually use the shit. I got some Fortnite gameplay on my second channel. We can make this work. So I used to sell a lot of shit on eBay. It was one of the few ways I could get money, by selling everything that mattered to me. Now, the first time I sold something on eBay, I quickly realized that this website is crawling with scammers and trolls. I was constantly getting messages that were suspicious as all hell, and the worst part was that some of my products' bids would get down to the last couple seconds of the auction, and then some asswipe would just bid $10,000 just to fuck me and everyone else over. Because if you don't know how eBay works, he's the winner. He now has to pay that. But he's not gonna pay that for my Wii. So now I have to relist that product and try again. It's honestly kind of fucked up that to avoid these things, I had to look up precautionary strategies, go into my eBay settings, and manually adjust them so throwaway counts couldn't bid on my shit. Like, why isn't that a given off rip? Why did I have to manually adjust my settings just to safely sell product on your website? Anywho, after a solid hiatus from just selling random shit, I came back to eBay because I had to sell my MacBook. The days go on, and eventually my MacBook sells. There is a clear winner of the auction. And once the auction is over, the winner now has a small window to actually send the payment through PayPal. And as a seller, you don't want to be too trusting and send the product before you receive that payment. So I'm obviously chilling until it goes through. Until I get a message. Hello, I've recently bought MacBook Pro from you. I am glad to purchase this item. I want to tell you that I have problems. My father is ill. I'm going to other state. I want to change my shipping address today or tomorrow for this reason. If you can please help me and I'll send you my address. As soon as I read this, I see red flags everywhere. Number one, the English is a bit busted. No racial, but usually the scammers I encounter all have busted English. Number two, this is a very convenient tragedy to occur right after the auction ends, buddy. And number three, this buyer has no history and no reviews. That's what the 0 in the parentheses signifies. So I really don't have anything to go off of for this guy.
Oh no, you're making me
Suspicious, eh?
It's making me think a lot. Smart guy.
So I do my due diligence to double check the name of the winner. And the name of the account that won the bid does not match the name of the person messaging me. This motherfucker's trying to pull a fast one on me. So I message back. It does not say you won the bid. Sorry, he messages back. I won from my account R3*R. If you can help me for my situación, ooh, throwing a little Spanish in there, are we? I will be glad. Sorry and thanks. I am in really situación. My new address will be some random address in Newcastle. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even think DE was a state. Turns out Delaware's a thing. Anyway, notice he censored the account name in a very specific way. Maybe in an effort to vaguely match the winner's name so I couldn't really tell him he was full out lying. And that strategy would have worked had the winner's name been something like Radar. But his name's not Radar. The winner's name didn't even start with an R, nor did it have that many letters. It also ended in a 4. So why did he give me this phony name? I didn't know this at the time, but when you come across any item that has bids on it, you can look at the bid history of who's bidding and how much they bid. It looks something like this. And notice a similar pattern in the name he gave and the name shown. So we can safely assume that he looked at the bid history, saw a name that won, and gave me that name shown with the little asterisks. But why was it not correct? Well, if this professional scammer had done like 45 seconds of research, he would have noticed that every name shown is conveniently 5 letters. Maybe if you would have slid your mouse to the info button next to the bidder text, you would see that every name shown is really just random combinations of letters and numbers to protect the anonymity of the accounts actually bidding. So the buyers can't see the real count names. I can. This idiot must have thought that we see the same shit when we look at those names. And even though I didn't know all this at the time, I still was not buying into old Cock 15's story. So I just made it easy for the both of us. Okay, I will await payment to send it out. And he replied, okay, thanks, and sorry. All the best. Nice guy. Now I sent this message thinking, go fuck yourself, right? But maybe about 2 minutes after I sent that message saying I'll await the payment, I get a PayPal transaction notification with the notification saying the buyer has paid for your product, please print out the shipping label. And once the money gets to your PayPal through eBay, it's pretty set in stone, or at the very least in the realm of eBay's protection program. So as you could imagine, now I'm fucking confused. He doesn't know the actual name of the account who won, so I mocked this apparent scammer into paying me. And I almost immediately get paid by not his account, but the account who won, legitimately. So maybe he does own both accounts. Maybe his poor dad really is sick. Maybe I'm a terrible person. But I am still not biting. So I do what I should have did 10 minutes ago. And I just messaged the winner's account saying, "Hello, I just wanted to double check you requested an address change for the MacBook Pro." And he replies, "Nope, my address is same." Busted. So this piece of shit almost lucked out due to the most coincidental timing ever. So just for pure confirmation in my head, I messaged the scammer saying, "When will you send the payment?" Because if he paid me, he would know that this question is pointless. But he replies, "When money will be transaction, and you can see this after this, of course." What is this cock talking about? If I understand that message correctly, I asked him when he'll send the payment. He basically said, "Well, when you see I sent the payment." He then quickly messages me after, "This is on way." You think you're so slick, cock. I replied to his initial message saying, "I'm not sure what you mean," because I could not decipher this shit at the time. And he replied, "Money has not been transferred yet?" "No, you just said this is on way." "Okay, I will check this. But after payment, can you send me on new address or no?" "Yeah, I'll send you everything considering you won the bid. Otherwise, I'd be breaking eBay's slap a titty guidelines." I'm clearly having fun at this point. "Thanks a lot for help. I will be your customer in future." Glad you're a firm believer in smacking knockers like I am, cock. Also, after he said he'll be my customer in the future, I replied, "Hopefully, we can be more than that." I never thought I'd say this, but I love cock. Clip it! Clip it, chat! I wanted to see how far I could drag this on by slowly becoming more and more troll. But I blew my load early on the following message. "My dog is ill as well, so I feel your pain with your dad. It's important to stay strong and support him fully in these moments. Talk to him, make him laugh, rub his belly. I hope he recovers soon. I'm sending my prayers his way. My dog's name is Malparida. She's a corgi." I didn't know how stupid this guy was or if he'd be able to pick up on my sarcasm or not, so I eagerly awaited his response. Then he replied, "Oh my gosh, your humor is amazing. I pray for me. Really, you are perfect." Damn it. Son of a cock got me. So I tried to Uno card reverse his ass and try and pull him back in. I think there's a bit of a language barrier here. I'm not too sure what you mean by that reply. This is international shipping, correct? Because I believe the shipping cost may arise with a medium flat rate box. And you said you can cover it? And he replied, "I will pray for my survive, sorry." Oh, come on, cock. Don't be such a stiff, play along. So after he said, "I will pray for my survive, sorry," I figured, fuck. He's done, so I just reply, "Let's hope they land on deaf ears, eh, buddy?" Which I will admit, a little harsh to close that out, but, that was that. But then, hours later, another guy messages me. "Hey, thanks for the auction. Please make sure that the equipment works and do not forget to pack safely. Sending to my address below. All the best." And he gives an address in Wilmington, which is also in Delaware. Now, this guy was a bit smarter because he didn't feed me some bullshit story. He just kind of went with the flow, and if the seller's not paying a lot of attention, they could lose a lot of money. And it sucks because if you plug this address in Google, you'll see multiple reports of people saying they got scammed. You follow the address on Google Maps, it brings up a building called Shop Fans, Delaware. That also has reviews claiming they got scammed or almost did. And it honestly pisses me off to see these people get got by these shitholes. Yeah, I could blame the guys for being a bit naive, but it's not their fault. It's these scummy scammers. I also went back to plug in the first guy's address, and just like this one, reports of scamming popped up. You go to Google Maps, it's a place called USA to Georgia, with bad reviews as well. So I decided to click on their website and, Google Translate one of the text. It reads, "Your mailing address is in the United States, with an individual room number that you can use to indicate online stores. When the booklet is sent to your address, our postal service will provide it to Georgia, and the courier will be free of charge to you at your address." So after browsing a bit, the company name is pretty self-explanatory at this point. You have the power to provide a US-based mailing address, and someone can send something there, and then it's shipped to Georgia. Not Atlanta. I'm talking about the Georgia all the way by fucking Armenia. Now this made me curious about Shop Fans. Is this a courier service as well? Well, I went to go check out their website, and This one seems a bit more interesting. Google Translate, baby! Change your shopping for the better and start buying your favorite brands in the US up to 7 times cheaper than in Russia. So after Google translating their entire homepage, here's kinda what I've gathered. The Russians are their demographic, clearly. And if you purchase something from them, they can ship all their product to Russia. However, their products are most likely hot. And by that I mean fucking stolen. That's why they boast about their extremely cheap prices. Because they didn't spend a fucking dime on their inventory. They're selling a bunch of bullshit that they probably scammed hundreds of people out of. And this isn't just iPhones. They brag about being able to sell everything cheap all the way down to baby clothes. This is all alleged, by the way. This is my hypothesis, if you will. So USA to Georgia can ship to Georgia, and Shop Fans claims they ship to Russia. And keep in mind, Georgia and Russia are kind of close in proximity. So it's almost like if you were based in the US and you were trying to sell stolen products to Russia, you could probably, send them to Georgia. And then from there, whittle-waddle to Russia. But that doesn't make sense. I mean, let's look at the 2 locations we've been looking at. Oh, look at that. They're just 13 measly minutes away from each other. Now, USA to Georgia seems a bit more legit than Shop Fans, but at the same time, best case scenario, they run a legitimate business, but also help facilitate this bullshit, because I'm sure they're well aware who their top customers are. But why are they both in Delaware? Oh, maybe because Delaware is on the coast and the closest proximity to Russia. What is happening? Did I just go down a scammer rabbit hole? I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I was just gonna show you the initial messages and just giggle a bit with you. Now I'm exposing a Russian scammer community. If they whack me, you know what happened. The scammer sent cock to take me out. This is all my opinion, by the way. My really strong, usually accurate opinion. Also, the actual buyer of my MacBook sent me this message after I didn't ship it the first day. I paid last night, still the package hasn't been shipped yet? Is this a scamming? It's 3 to 4 business days shipping. That's why I bided for it. By tomorrow, if not shipped, I will withdraw the purchase. Thanks. Ain't that a bitch? I know my eBay rights. I have 3 days to ship that damn thing. How fucking dare you accuse me of scamming? Do I look like cock? Seriously, guys, be careful out there. Everyone's trying to get you. And they're not just from other countries. Even our own military is trying to get us. To finish this video off, if you'd like to hear me read this bogus letter from a general in the army, please enjoy, but if not, thank you for watching this long, and I hope you give the video a like and also subscribe, because I have more content coming your way. So without further ado, here is an email I received like a few months back. It's in the form of a letter, so sit back and enjoy this scammer ASMR. Hello, my dear. How are you doing? I am Ham Alvis from United States. I am a general in United States Army working under the United Nation, presently assigned here in Syria for peacekeeping mission. I came across your email address as I was searching for a trusted and God-fearing person. I want you to know that we are being attacked by insurgents every day and car bombs. And during one of our rescue mission, we came across a safe box that contained huge amount of money that belongs to the supporters of the overthrown government of Syria, which I believe was money meant for buying weapons and ammunition. And it was agreed by all Army officers present on that rescue mission that the money will be shared among us, in which we did. Out of the total fund, my share was $2,560,000 United States dollars. I want you to assure me that if this money has been delivered to you in your country, that you are going to be trustworthy to keep the money till when I will come to your country to meet you face to face. The treasure box will be delivered to you through a delivery agent to your destination house address, and there will not be any form of risk involved in the process, and the money is packed safely in a trunk box, and the same box will be delivered to you in your country. I have decided to compensate you with 20% of the total money after the money is delivered to you. Please, my dear, don't ever discuss this matter to a third party to avoid any leakage of this information, and it will be dangerous to me based on my position here in the camp. I have chosen to contact you after my fasting and prayers for completely 31 days, and I believe that you will not betray my trust. Though you may wonder why I'm so soon revealing myself to you without formal introduction, well, I will say that my mind convinced me that you are the true person to help me in receiving my fund. Note, I do not know how long we are going to remain here in the camp of Syria, but I'm happy that I survived 2 bomb attacks here, which prompted me to search out for a reliable and trustworthy person to help me receive this fund, because I will be coming over to your home country to invest and start a new life, not as a soldier anymore. I hope my explanation is very clear, but if you need further clarification, just let me know and I will explain further. Presently, I'm here in the military zone. We are not allowed to make use of mobile phone. We are using radio message and email communication. Please let us continue communicating through email for the meantime conclusively. I am waiting to hear from you regarding my proposal to you. Urgent reply will be highly appreciated. Thanks and God bless you. Yours, sincere, General Ham Elvis. I am feeling so fucking patriotic right now. Take my money. Now I'm not gonna point out the 58 grammatical errors in that letter because the guy survived 2 bomb attack. His vision's probably not too hot. Not to mention he's been fasting for a month, probably loopy as all hell. I also love how completely vague he is in every single fucking thing he says. Don't worry, I'm gonna move to your country after I'm done here. Bitch, you don't know where I live? Now some of you might be asking, wait a minute, I know it's horseshit, but where's the scam? Well, most likely, had I responded and took interest, he would probably say something like, great, I can send you treasure, but it's not easy to ship things where I am located. It is very expensive because it is a big box. I also can't grab money from the treasure because we all agreed not to use it until we return home. So if you could please send me $700 for the shipping of the box through a MoneyGram, I'll ship it to you and pay you back from the treasury when I meet you. General Ham Elvis. It'd be some dumb shit like that. Like, hey, I'll give you all this millions and stuff, just like pay for my shipping. That's cool, right? And then obviously you send them the money and you get fucking jack shit. And sadly, it works, or else they wouldn't keep doing it. So, from General Ham Elvis, Cock, and myself, good night! If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe because I have more content coming your way. Shout out to my new patrons for supporting the boy, and shout out to my channel members for supporting the boy. And also shout out to Zach Long David for retweeting my last video tweet. If you don't know already, my fucking Twitter's dope, so follow my Twitter. This video is a bit different than my regular content, but I thought it could make for an interesting video, so if you enjoyed it, you know, I'm glad. Thank you for the continued support as always. Oh, wow, that's delicious. And as always, I am Mista-GG, and I, General Ham Elvis, I salute you.
Next level.